Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah. Thank you. Oh, man. It has been a hell of a week. Just... Guess who's back, ladies and gentlemen?
God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Just keep an eye on her, will you? So I hired a guy. His name's Biff, and, yeah, so that's your job, brother. Like I explained to you. Just keep her from
Oh, God.
that, okay? There's always that one person. So, welcome to episode 101. I know, right? 101. Wow. Last week, episode 100 went up. I apologize to YouTube. I was videotaping the episode for YouTube, just like I had been for the last few episodes. And about 20 minutes into the episode, my battery died. Sorry, conked. Classic rookie mistake. Just, always check your batteries prior to recording. Although that's not going to be a problem this week, as my camera is on a battery backup, as it were. It's on a dummy battery, plugged into a battery backup charger. This thing lasts for hours. Like, I don't even plug it in every week to recharge it. So it'll be good for several hours. So let's dispense with any more pleasantries, and what do you say we get with the crazy and talk about some comic books. So let's start off with Detective Comics issue number 999. That is not epic fail. Yes. Issue number 999, as it were. That's what I want. Should probably learn where all the buttons are on this thing before I start messing with it. Oh, God. So as it turns out, the last few issues of Detective Comics, Batman has been chasing around this giant big bad. He had no idea who it was or what it was he wanted or anything like that, but he had been coming after the people who were most important to him becoming who he is as Batman. And this giant glob monster that was kind of a upgraded version of Clayface had this ability to take on the appearances of all of his villains all at once, and it was absolute craziness. And it turns out that entire thing was a computer simulation that Batman puts himself through every year on the anniversary of... No, I'm sorry. On the anniversary, but on his own birthday. Yeah, no, it's... I don't, it is 100% things like this that make me look at DC stories and go, what the hell are you guys doing? So every year he puts himself through this sort of test, and every year he tells the computer to increase the difficulty, and he has no idea what's going on, or he's supposed to figure out what it is, and it basically culminated in him meeting up with a younger version of himself dressed as Batman, and that younger version of himself was, of course, picked a fight with him and was kicking his ass because Batman wasn't going to fight a kid, even though it is himself. And then as the fight went on, that version of himself began to age, and so he decided, well, I'm not a kid anymore. So he picked a fight with him, and like he ended up fighting himself, and then it was a, so it, but when he finally came out of the simulation, Damien's looking at him like, "What is wrong with you? Why do you do this to yourself? Who does that to themselves?" And I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, "Oh my god, for once, Damien and I agree on something." I know. Oh my god. So, yeah, it's just like, what the hell? I don't know. It's so, I don't know. It just, total letdown. I was really hoping it was gonna culminate in some kind of new big bad we were going to introduce to the Batman mythos, and it turns out Batman's worst enemy is himself. Who knew? So, let's move on to let's move on to Heroes in Crisis number 6. I don't want um to be perfectly honest with you. This Heroes in Crisis book is a crisis itself. It's I I don't know what to do with it. It's a joke. The whole thing. It's a complete joke. So this issue follows uh, three of the heroes that are at the sanctuary just before uh, the just before the mass murder of these heroes that went on. So it follows uh, Gnark as he relives his life as a caveman. It follows Wally as he tries to come to terms with being back, but his family is gone, so he's dealing with that. Which that one I can kind of understand. You know, that kind of thing messes you up, especially since nobody remembers who you are or were, for that matter. And it follows Harley, who isn't even supposed to be at the sanctuary, but she wants to be there to see Ivy. And it turns out that the two of them are spending time together, kind of working out Harley's issues. It's it's supposed to be Ivy working out her issues, and it's really working Ivy helping Harley work out her issues with the Joker. And they're all in these simulation rooms, living out these simulations and trying to deal with the things that are going on around them. And really, just Harley and Ivy are just killing Jokers over and over and over again. And there's this giant pile of Jokers, dead bodies. And wouldn't that be nice, though? I bet Batman would be not really proud, but deep down inside, I'm sure he probably would be. Um, but of course, they're all doing that, and then if the alarm sounds, and while Wally holds Roy's dead body, Booster sneaks up behind Wally and blasts him with an energy blast. So it seems like Booster really was, I guess, the one who did all of this. I guess I don't know. Doesn't matter. So yeah, Booster killed a bunch of heroes. I don't know. I've said it before. I will say it again. Booster Gold is a dick. The man is a just. I know that people really love Booster, and he's like the guy, but the guy's a dick.
Excuse me?
He's a dick. I can't say it enough times. The guy's a dick. So let's go ahead and move on before I just keep saying the word dick over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So dick, dick, dick. Anyway, and I don't mean Grayson. That wasn't really funny. But anyway, we'll move on. So let's talk about some Black Panther versus Deadpool issue number 5. Now this is the this is the final issue in this thing. So yeah, it's done. It's over with. Deal with it in any way you can. So Wade, by sheer dumb luck in the previous issue, was able to transport the entire Wakandan mountain of vibranium to the city of New Jersey. It's like, and I don't know where Madame laugh track is. There it is. Yeah, I'm not even gonna finish that. I don't deserve that laugh track. I really don't. I know where that button is. Oh my god. So T'Challa now has to find a way to get it back, and the two of them, of course, begin to fight on the highway. T'Challa thinks that he can win by bringing Wade to the land of the dead to fight himself, and Wade manages to defeat himself. And turns out it was just a hologram, so another simulation. Oh man, why can't why does it always have to be about simulations? Why can't it just be the fight between good and evil? I know I come up with some stupid. Hey, I get it. We'd all swing the way I do. I get it. It's okay, but I just. Ugh. So Wade makes one last plea to T'Challa to, get like, dude, I only need like, it was an accident. I came to you with help. Like, I only need just a little bitty piece. He needs like this much, which is interesting because usually he's got this much. No, that's not true. That's not true. I fell in the laugh track that time. So, okay. Stop. I'm starting to get the feeling that laugh track is too long. I'm gonna have to make a note to adjust that. All right. So, instead, of T'Challa giving Deadpool, the piece of vibranium that he needs to save the guy, T'Challa decides that he's going to make a deal with Deadpool. He's like, allow me to get your teleportation device and Wrecker's crowbar, which is how Deadpool was able to transport the mine in the first place. Give me those, and I will inject the old man with this experimental drug that I've been working on that will very likely make him immortal, so he's not going to die anyway. I mean, fair trade, I guess. It's... So basically, T'Challa had a drug that he injected this old man with that would make him immortal. And of course, now T'Challa is going to have to run around trying to figure out a cure for this immortality drug, because obviously this guy can't be running around and immortal. I mean, let's hope that kind of thing doesn't get out. Oh man. Although, I guess it would kind of pretty much defeat the premise for the entire Marvel Comics universe if their heroes just become immortal, because then, no more deaths. Where was this kind of thing when Uncle Ben was killed? Oh, come on. Come on. Dude, the guy's been dead for years. Don't beat a dead Uncle Ben. No, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke at Uncle Ben's expense. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I should not have done that. I'm going to have to edit that out later. Because, yeah, that was a bad joke. Give me the... Not that one. Give me the... Where's the damn trombone? There it is. Jesus. So when episode 100 came around, I had all of these extra sound bites that I was using. And after I deleted them, it kind of... I don't know why, but my board kind of got shuffled around, so I have no idea where anything is anymore. So, alright, let's move on to Old Lady Harley, issue number 5, before I embarrass myself further. So, hold on to your butts for this one, ladies and gentlemen. The Joker has launched an attack with Joker gas all over the country, and Harley is held captive and has to watch. Hold on. So, Batman is doing his best with the little bat bots he's got in Gotham, but he decides that basically the job has become too much of a big deal, and he launches the, hold on a second, Batcave Megazord. No, I did not say that wrong. A Batcave Megazord. He turns the Batcave into a giant Batbot, and it just, oh my god. And he sends it to attack the Joker. Harley's teammates manage to arrive to come rescue her and are prepared to take the Joker out, but Harley stops them after Red Tool says that he can't be the Joker, as Aquaman showed them the tomb where the Joker is buried, and the Joker's there, just doesn't have a head. So that in turn then tells Harley that, well, it's not the Joker, but it's the Joker's son. Yeah, the Joker's mother flipping son. So, um, yeah, apparently before the whole incident with the Joker, he knocked up Harley. And she had his baby. She abandoned the kid. It gave him, of course, a complex, and he became the Joker as he got older, which doesn't explain why he. I guess Harley just ages really well, because he really doesn't look any younger than Harley. You know what? Comic books, whatever. So Harley says that she's sorry for abandoning him and wants to make amends, and of course, comic books, he's completely okay with that. And the Bat-Kid Megazord shows up to destroy the Joker, and everyone manages to escape to this underground bunker that Harley has in Coast City underneath a Green Lantern statue. And just hold on, because it gets better. In this underground bunker, it's a paradise full of plants and trees and, plenty of food, obviously, because Ivy has basically turned it into this giant paradise. She's now the center of this giant, forest of beautifulness. And yeah, I don't even know if she's alive. So, but I'm sure she is. It's Ivy. She's probably, she's evolved, I guess. Hold on, it gets better because what? Yeah, no, it gets better because while all that's going on, in a space station orbiting the planet, watching everything that's going on is the Joker.
Oh.
No.
What?
Yeah, the Joker. Somebody, I guess, pulled his. So he was missing his head, like I had mentioned. There was a reason for that. So somebody had pulled his head from his body, or pulled the head out of the casket. I assume that Aquaman, lopped the head off when he killed him, and managed to save his brain and stuck it in a robot, a la Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo? No. No, not Baron Zemo. Damn it. Oh, didn't I have it written down here? I don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's a Captain America villain. And yeah, it's Joker's brain and his face digitally on his chest. And yeah, I'm an idiot because I didn't write that down. And all I can think of is Baron Zemo. And it is not Baron Zemo. So, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Let's see. So the last comic book for this week, thank God. Episode 101, ladies and gentlemen. Total and complete train wreck. So please, will you...
Excuse me?
Yes. Like I said, it's been a long week. So last up for this week is Die, 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 issue number 8. That's right. So, John and George continue to kick each other's asses, and Paul's girlfriend has managed to escape her captive after what, George kicked her ass and tied her up. And she's headed to John and Nate to help. Meanwhile, there's still a nuke, of course, headed toward D.C., and, hold on. Connie, still holding the gun to Barnaby, has called in some backup in the form of an alien spaceship that manages to neutralize the missile and, knock it into the water. An alien spaceship. An alien spaceship. It. Yeah, no, this just got crazier than it has been so far these past 7 issues. So, oh my God. So, hold on, because it gets better. So, she called this old friend to come and take care of Barnaby before the authorities show up. And like Paul, he gets his nose removed. Ugh. Yeah, no, it's... So it's disgusting. So as John and George continue their street fight, Paul's girlfriend arrives to help, and George does manage to get a one-up on John and has a chance to kill him, but he can't do it. It's his brother, blah, blah, blah. Of course, John has absolutely no worries. And he makes up try to kill George. Paul's girlfriend stabs him in the shoulder, putting him down. Or so we think. But some backup arrives for John. I'm sorry. He manages to escape. Oh, I'm sorry. They're twins. I'm getting them mixed up, and it's a freaking comic book. So George manages to escape, and a funeral is finally held for Paul, where Connie offers John a job. He turns it down. Uh, Barnaby, en route to prison, shockingly enough, gets rescued by Nate's ex-wife. What? And we find out that George has a thing for Paul's girlfriend. I guess getting his ass beat by her is, I guess, a turn on for him. I guess, to each his own.
Ooh, oh God.
Yeah, yeah. So, and shocker, Paul is alive. So apparently, after I believe issue 2 or 3, when he was going to be, I believe it was issue 2, when he was going to be sold at auction, um, the woman that bought him, she was trying to escape, and that was when John caught up to him, I believe shot him, and pushed him over the side of this castle, dropped him off into a fall, this giant ravine into a river, obviously, so obviously he survived.
What?
And yeah, he survived, went downriver, and was found by some monks. Lost his memory, obviously. But when the monks are telling him about the nuclear missile that was headed toward the capital, he got his memory jogged. Because I mean, yeah, nuclear missiles jogging people's memory everywhere. you know. So yeah, that's all the comic books for this week, you guys. Thanks for sticking around. If you're still here, don't forget to subscribe to the video. If you're on the audio podcast, hit subscribe to get the rest of the videos that are coming. We're at 100 plus videos, you guys. We're at 100 plus episodes, and I just this not but a few hours ago had an apostrophe or an epiphany, however you say it. No, it's an epiphany. That's right. It's an epiphany. Because I'm an idiot. And that was not the one that was supposed to. Jesus Christ. The only thing that's going through my mind right now. Yeah. So, yeah, so stay tuned to both places because I've got some really cool stuff coming to you guys. And now that things are starting to calm down at my new job and I'm kind of starting to get into the flow of things where I'm working at now. Things are going to start coming a lot easier. I'm not as exhausted as I used to be when I come home. So be on the lookout for more content coming soon. And thank you for listening. And on YouTube, thanks for watching.